We are live.
Yes,
Rob
we
and
are.
Charlie podcast.
Back at it
Episode
again.
002 or the third one if you count the first one.
Or number 3.
It's fucking
Yeah.
good to be back.
Robert, how are you?
I've been better. I'm struggle busting a little bit today.
Yeah,
you wouldn't notice it from my super peppy intro just now, but I've been up for a hot minute.
Yeah, you had a long night.
Minus the hour that I slept in the movie we went and saw.
Yeah,
We'll
I'm
get
doing
there.
good too. Thanks for asking.
But let me share the link. Like
do
Johnny
what you got to
asked
do. Let me readjust my chair here for a second.
And if you haven't noticed,
But,
good old John Shook Eye got himself a microphone.
Yeah, everybody clap for Johnny. Johnny
Right,
finally got a mic.
All right, John.
No, I
Got
got
that.
it more
Johnny.
professionally.
The man behind the machine, ladies and gentlemen. The man behind the machine.
It has been one of the most eventful weeks of my life. And the thing about it is it's like I can't really get into it too much.
Yep. Yeah, we talked about it earlier.
I'll skim over it a bit.
Yeah, a couple
A
of details.
little bit.
little touches here
little
and there.
diluted diluted version of what happened.
Just a little bit, yeah.
So the Army is not at all what I thought it was. And it has changed drastically in the last week.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it turns out the real world is not the Army, and the Army is not the real world, because apparently in the Army, if you just complain about some stuff, people will just be like, "Oh yeah, okay, we'll just take it easy on you then."
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
It's new Army, man.
We're sorry your feelings are hurt.
Oh,
You know what? We're not going to yell at you.
here's a trophy.
We care about your
I feel
feelings,
bad for you.
and you know what? It's not fair.
Yeah.
How do you
I don't
How do
know.
you feel? There's been a lot that's been going on.
No, I know.
I'm a little frustrated.
I know you are,
But
I know you're a little.
fine.
A little agitated.
Yeah,
That's okay.
A little hot
it's
under the
another
collar.
week- It's another week down.
A little hot under the cardigan
A
collar.
little hot under the cardigan collar.
I'd like to
ladies and
point
gentlemen.
out that me and my boy Charlie Hibbs are a couple 1-2 cardigan cutie pies today.
We sure are.
Yeah, I was rocking the old leather jacket at 7:30 this morning, and I saw Charlie Hibbs walking up for our little Denny's date.
Which
Talk
is
about-
shit, by the way.
By the way, Denny's absolutely terrible.
Garbage.
Like that was the worst.
And the
meal
sky
I've
though,
ever
Denny's
had.
pure ass, terrible.
Oh yeah, horrible coffee.
That's right. We're talking shit about you, Rayford Denny's.
Got your number, pal.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about your week. I've done my little
Yeah.
cleanse just now. Let me hear it.
dude. I don't remember much of my week. I know that it was full of a lot of bullshit, a lot of wasted time. And that sounds about it. Bullshit and wasted time.
Yeah.
It's rare that I leave feeling productive. You know, like that I
I got something done today.
that I go into my weekend and just go, you know what, it was a good week.
Yeah.
It was eventful. No, it was shit for the most part, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, not bad. I've had worse weeks for sure. But all in all, I don't think I really would complain.
My
about it.
week was fine. It was just eventful, but like not in a good way, I guess.
Yeah, like shitty events.
Yeah.
Like a series of
It was just
unfortunate events.
this
Oh,
week.
that's trademarked. You can't say that.
Yeah, sorry. Jiminy Crickets. Wait, God damn it, that's trademark too. Fuck.
A series of bullshit events.
Roasted.
No,
'Cause, you know, it's like the actual one is Lemony Snicket, and then I'm trademark, and then I'm like Jiminy Cricket, and like fuck trademark. I'm just like one after another, just fucking it up.
We really can't win in this meeting.
Yeah, dude. Matt Damon, George Clooney.
today we were walking up on
Warner
Johnny
Brothers.
at the movie theater. Just gotta bring this up real quick because it was
Okay,
funny.
Yeah.
And he's leaned up against a trash can with his jacket zipped all the way up, and he's
Yep.
just vaping, like looking around. And Charlie points out, he's like, "Man, you look so cool, Johnny." And go, and then I holler at him. I go, "Yeah, that's what I love about high school girls. I
That's
keep
right.
getting older, and they stay the same age."
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
And it works well for Johnny because he looks 10.
Yeah, he does.
He pulls them in real quick.
He does. He's a young guy.
Today
It
at
works
Denny's,
for him though.
he ordered a milkshake
Yeah,
at like 8
7:30.
Yeah, 7:30
whatever.
in the
It
morning.
was early.
However early we were there.
Yeah, like, hey, what do you guys want to drink? We're just gonna have coffee. I'd like a chocolate milkshake, please.
Oh, well. Oh, thank you, man, for bringing the milkshake to our 4-year-old son.
Do you want a swirly straw with that?
We're a gay couple, and this is our son that we
Yeah.
adopted
I had to cut up his pancakes
from a less
this morning.
fortunate neighbor family.
Fucking
I
ridiculous.
can't stress how
man.
4 he is.
It's unreal. No, man, week wasn't that bad. A lot of fucking people liked the show. I've had a lot
Yeah.
of people come up to me at work or people call me or text me, and like a lot of people are watching it. And so far they're liking what we're putting out, which is good.
Yeah.
It's kind of the main reason we're doing it.
Second episode. I was pretty proud of that second episode.
People to listen. Yeah, I thought the last episode was good. This one's gonna be good too.
All week in between 1 and 2, I was mad because I was like,
it was brutal.
I was like, that was such a shitty podcast.
It was bad.
But after that, I was just like, all right, cool. Like now we kind of know what we're doing. I was like, now I'm just looking forward to it because it's fun.
Yeah.
No, I had a bunch of people come up to me. I had one buddy come up to me. He goes, "Is that the mug?"
Oh, yeah,
this one
mug? Yeah.
Because I'd take it to work every day. He goes, "Is that the infamous figure it out mug?" I just looked at him like jokingly, but like super serious. I go, authenticity is key.
It is. You got to keep it original, man.
Yeah, you got to keep it real.
No fucking props in this store.
Nope, not even a little bit.
Oh, by the way,
Other
before I
than
forget, I have to give a shout out to my mother, or she's going to disown me.
Okay.
So we've done 3 episodes
I
now.
believe she's watching right now.
She might be.
She followed me on Instagram, or
Yeah.
I think it was your dad. I don't remember.
Hell,
One of your parents followed me on Instagram.
It's her. I don't think my dad knows how to use a computer.
Oh, fair enough.
So yeah, there you go. Shout out.
Shout out to old Tater Salad too.
Oh yes, sorry. That reminds me. I think I remembered it. Not gonna say a name, but Tater Salad. You know who you are. You smoker's jacket, beanie wearing, cigarette smoking, standing on top of a tough box, jacked out on pre-workout motherfucker.
Headlamp loving, shaving 5 times a day.
Yeah, you fucking shaving into a 5 o'clock shadow. That's you. This is for you. We told you we would do it. There's a shout out. That was a really good one, by the way.
Tater Salad, a real badass.
A real badass. That's right. By the way, go if you're interested in joining the great American workforce that is the U.S. Army. Go check that guy out at the recruiting stage.
I feel like anybody
He'll fucking set you up for success.
I feel like anybody who's listening to this and then is like, "Oh, if you'd like to join the Army," like they have their like choices like really mixed up.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Like we are not giving the Army the best advertisement right now.
Yeah, and people listening, like clearly you don't know who we're talking about. We're not going to tell you his real name. It wouldn't be funnier even if you fucking knew him. It's just a shout out, so don't get fucking sensitive. Shit. Yeah. Are there any other shout outs we're missing that we were supposed to do?
I don't know, but
I'd like to give a shout out to Ray Ray.
Who the fuck is Ray Ray?
I don't know.
hey,
Well,
I'm gonna
Ray
go
Ray,
ahead and
that's
shut
for you.
that shit down right now, Johnny. Get back in your corner.
Yeah, settle. Get back in your hole.
All right, I'll just put my microphone
Get back in the fiery water.
Why don't you go return that microphone? You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and nix this whole project.
Yeah,
Johnny, you have to be quiet from now on.
Nope, that's it. I'm done. No
We're gonna
more
get
show.
you- hey,
Podcast is over.
You're gonna do our
That's
thing.
it.
Yeah, you're fired, but not really because we don't know how to do your job.
Yeah, no, you're rehired.
Yeah.
You're back on.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We're gonna get you. Hey, we're gonna get you a nice little chocolate milkshake
Yeah.
because I know you like it. Get your blanket. I'm gonna take you.
Well,
Take
fuck
it
Okay,
to
it.
all
Denny's.
jokes aside, the chocolate milkshake was very nice, and that was probably the best portion of my entire meal.
That's probably the
at
only
Denny's
good thing at Denny's. And I didn't even have it, but it
We
was,
should just go to Waffle House. I don't
we
know.
should have. I don't know why we went to
Consistency is key.
today. Well, the problem was I was complaining about there's no good breakfast places in Fayetteville. You have like IHOP and Waffle House.
Those are both great breakfast. You also have Cracker
But
Barrel.
I
That
feel
place
like
is great.
I see. I forgot about Cracker Barrel too. That's
How do
also
you
another
fucking
good one.
forget that?
I just felt like Denny's would be a solid choice. You know, cheap.
That's the
But
last time we let you
terrible.
pick
Never
fucking
again.
breakfast. It's not happening again. You fucked it up. You had one chance. And that was it.
We right before we came here, one of the things we wanted to talk about because it's such a big deal is the new Star Wars
Oh,
movie. So
my
right
God.
before
I
we
know.
started the podcast,
We're saving that for the last half of the show.
let's just talk about it now.
Whatever.
Okay, before we talk about it, real quick, William Duncan says, "Thank you for your service, Rob."
Oh, thank you,
Hell of a
Will.
guy.
Thank you, Will.
Thank you for your comment, Will.
It's my brother-in-law.
Awesome. One thing that I wanted to point out, because I had a lot of people come up to me throughout the week about it. For anybody who is not super familiar with the show,
So I guess we're just gonna not talk about Star Wars. Okay.
granted, this is, we'll go back to it.
Roger.
Hang on.
All right.
This is important. Granted, this is only our 3rd episode, so I'm not expecting us to have a super like serious following. You don't need to watch these videos.
You should.
You should. We highly recommend it, because you get to see the great decor that is presented in front of you. However, if you are driving or you're just you're working around, you're busy, you still want to watch the show, just put it on in the background. You can listen to it. You can hear us talk. You get the full effect of the show.
It's a podcast.
Yeah, like I thought it was self-explanatory. Apparently it wasn't.
We're gonna
So,
try to get on like SoundCloud or
yeah,
like
audio
the
only kind
a
of
strictly
thing.
audio platform at
Yeah.
some point. We're still figuring that out.
But yeah,
No pun
you
intended.
guys don't have to watch the video. We want you to. We want you to absolutely watch it. comment, fucking all that shit. But if you just want to listen to it while you're, whatever you're doing, it's cool. Just put it on, listen to it, and have a good time. So, Robert, back to you. I'm sorry.
So I wanted to bring it up mostly just because I wanted to hear you two go back and forth because you guys were getting hype about it after the movie. And I was like, no, save it for the show.
Yeah, it was a good call.
Because I fully admit that because I've been up for like 30 plus hours.
Yeah, a long time.
I fell asleep.
You did.
The movie was boring.
You fell asleep during the new Star Wars.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I was sleep deprived.
Unprecedented,
and
young man.
bored.
It's pretty fucking believable, John. It's pretty believable. Disappointment, ladies and gentlemen, is the word for it.
Here's what.
Disappointment.
Just give me your take on the pre-show hype and how excited you were versus how you felt during just the movie, and then all right. Give me your take on it.
So I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
Is this a spoiler alert warning?
We're just gonna put it out now.
Spoilers are coming.
So many spoilers. If you don't,
Snape kills Dumbledore.
Yeah, surprise, motherfucker. If you don't want the new Star Wars movie ruined, or I don't even say that, but if you don't want to have any like, whoa, big reveal moments, fucking skip ahead. Even for some of the old movies, if you haven't seen them and you're a fucking weirdo, just spoilers.
Who hasn't seen Star Wars?
You'd be fucking surprised. But anyways,
You would be surprised.
so I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I have been my entire life. I love it. I love anything about it. When I was younger, I had toys and games and all that shit and movies. They're all fucking great. I love them. Even the prequel movies. The newer ones.
Even the prequels.
Yeah, that a lot of people didn't like. I liked them. I thought they were good because it really, it tied all the story together.
The midichlorians.
The what? The midichlorians.
The midichlorians, which makes you one with the Force.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm not mad at the terrible.
Look at this
prequels.
random aspect we throw in the movie. It makes sense.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Let's put R2-D2 behind some rocks, and that's what I really wanted Star Wars to be. Sorry, George Lucas.
So I really liked them. I really liked the movies. I thought they were all good,
Even the terrible prequels.
and even the terrible prequels, right? And one of the things that I liked about them was throughout the first 6 fucking movies, there was one point in the entire saga in which there was just what appeared to be a normal person, and they turned out to be spectacular. Anakin, right? He's just a little fuckhead on Tatooine doing his fucking pod race thing, and then old Liam Neeson's like, yo, you're about to be a badass someday.
About to take you.
Yeah. I'm about to take you away from all this.
I just want to take you away from all this. Yeah, this Potter. Whoa.
I can taste your midichlorians.
So,
Can taste your midichlorians.
but that's what I'm saying. So throughout all of those movies, right, there was never a I'm just a regular fucking guy, and then now I'm the greatest badass ever, right? Except for Anakin. Now maybe some people are gonna argue about Luke, right? Maybe be like, well, what do you mean? He was a farmer.
Luke sucks.
Okay.
I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what cool, awesome stuff he did in this last movie, which we'll get to.
What about old Luke though?
No,
Like from the or young Luke, technically.
I hate him.
Okay. Well, regardless.
Listen, I don't encourage hating on Mark Hamill because he's the voice of the Joker, and I'm a huge fan.
He's a great guy.
Luke Skywalker's a pussy.
Okay. I'm not arguing that. I'm not here to argue Luke Skywalker.
Continue. I just had to throw my 2 cents
That's
in there
fine.
about Luke Skywalker.
So you could argue that. You could argue that Luke Skywalker is just a regular guy. However, he's like direct descendant from Anakin. So it's not like you might be great someday. It's like, no, dude, you totally have it in you. You're going to be a badass, right? And it works. And that's it. You have Anakin, you got him. That's fucking it. Then these new movies came along, and it was like, you're going to be super, and you're going to be super, and you're going to be super. All these fucking people. The newest fucking movie we just went and saw. There's that fat fucking Asian bitch just sitting in the goddamn thing fixing pipes and shit. She's a mechanic. And then she's now the greatest fucking infiltrator and covert operative ever.
I was asleep for her introduction, and I woke up, and she was just there, and I was like, who the hell is that?
Yeah,
I was so confused. I was completely lost.
She cries. She's not attractive. And she is suddenly a
You're
mechanic.
an asshole.
I don't fucking care.
Sorry.
So my response to that, as somebody who liked the newest movie and likes the newest movies in plural, both of them, episode 7 and 8, they're trying to make a brand new universe of
Yes.
characters that we can relate to.
I understand that.
And not only that, but they can't do that without, making these people great in some way. And if you look back at the other Star Wars movies, they did the same exact thing. These people came from nothing and then they became great.
Yes.
And their storyline to do that was, this is your dad and this is your lineage. The new one is just like it, and it all goes into the whole, the Force thing. It's like the Force is with everybody supposedly. Everyone can tap
surrounds
into it.
everything.
And it's just, you got to put it into perspective. Is not only do they have to make money and make a successful movie, but they have to make new heroes and they have to make people like idols for the next generation.
Yeah.
Which the new movie totally hints to, the next generation, which is not us. It's not our parents. It's the new generation.
Farther on.
Our generation got the shit end of the stick when it comes to Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Well, we got Hayden Christensen.
Yeah. We got Jumper.
At least we got Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. We did have Samuel Jackson for a couple movies. That was good. But no, like.
I want my lightsaber to be purple.
That's pretty much how that's pretty much how it went.
What kind of lightsaber do you want?
Yo, make that shit purple and gold. So, but anyway, I get that, right? I do. I understand it's a new generation. It's new characters and all that. However, I feel that the speed at which they become great is just unfucking paralleled. It's so fast. It's not like, hey, fucking Han Solo, you're just a regular smuggler. And then Return of the Jedi, he's now a fucking general. It took 3 movies over the span of years in the timeline for him to become that fucking awesome. Whereas this movie, this girl goes from being a fucking mechanic on pipes or whatever the fuck she's doing. And then now she's just this fucking badass who can keep up with the badass from the first movie. I think it's bullshit.
That girl couldn't pass a PT test.
There's no fucking way. There's fucking shit.
But speaking of PT tests, what really irks me is when I'm at the library and I see just really overweight people. And I get
That's it.
I think the same thing every time where it's like, how?
Okay.
What? You can pass that? All right, whatever.
Anyways.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got it. So back to why I was disappointed though.
Oh,
right?
man, actually, I'm not done, Charlie. You wait.
The newest movie.
I know you're not. The newest one. We're talking about The Last Jedi.
We just saw it an hour ago.
We just went and saw it. A big reason was for the show. We wanted to talk about it because that's such a big point right now out in the world. New Star Wars movie came out. I liked the last one. I liked The Force Awakens. I thought it was pretty good. Some of it I thought was kind of cheesy as far as just like the effort that was put into it. There's a lot of that in this one though. Like within the first 15 minutes of the show or the movie, whatever, that one fucking massive ship shows up and he's just like, we got this. Like, what is the point in having a super like badass thing if it just is on the screen for 10 seconds to get blown up? Like there's no fight. There was no
midichlorians.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking purple lightsabers.
All right, I'm not saying the movie was fantastic. I personally liked it.
I'm just disappointed.
If you look at, news and people's reactions to the movie, a lot of people say that this is one of the best Star Wars ever made. I'm not saying I agree with that, but I'm saying it was very good.
No,
and you should go see it yourself.
I'm not saying don't go see it. Absolutely go see it. It's still a Star Wars movie. You're still going to enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. But overall, I was disappointed. They kill off some people that I thought were going to be around for at least the next movie. And they're like, nope, we don't need him. He's gone. Like there was all that hype. And this is one thing I don't want to say. I'm not going to talk about the guy or anything, but there was all that hype about who he really is. And they're like, nope, never mind.
No, we called spoiler alert.
We did call spoiler alert. By the way, they don't tell you who Snoke is and he fucking dies. There you go.
Yeah,
he's not Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah, take that, internet.
Kylo Ren kills Snoke.
Yeah, Kylo Ren fucking kills Snoke so he could take over. Big reveal.
Whoa, big reveal.
Big reveal. I'm a pickle, Morty.
Trademark. We're getting sued.
Wow.
We're so getting fucking. This is our last episode, everybody. Our lawyers are. We don't even have lawyers. We're fucked.
Don't worry. I'm the dude producing this show. I'll be your lawyer.
But that's it, man. It was good, but all in all, I was disappointed. So, but if you want, you can fucking fire back, John. The community can fire back. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm an asshole. Tell me it was the greatest fucking Star Wars movie of all time. Whatever you want. That's the whole point of the show. It's fucking opinions.
She's
it doesn't
beautiful,
matter.
Even if she does look like Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, I fucking hated her character.
I didn't like her for the 5 minutes I was awake in that movie. I hated her.
And then like the very end, right when Finn's like about to do some real fucking hood rat shit and like take one for the team and save everybody.
Yeah.
And the bitch is like, no, I gotta save you. Why? Like his one sacrifice would have kept them from getting inside the base. Like they would have all been okay.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. Dude.
I liked Finn's moment where he cuts that one like head stormtrooper. She bashes her in the face or whatever.
Yeah. Fucking,
she's like, you were always scum. And he's like, rebel scum.
Rebel scum.
I'm like,
yeah,
get your
you know who that is, right?
Who is it?
The lady from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Brienne of
is it really?
What is it?
Brienne of Tarth.
Yeah, Brienne of Tarth. That's her.
That's cool.
Just think about it. So go watch an episode with her in it, and then just go look up a clip on YouTube of her. The voice, they didn't change her voice at all. They just kind of put it like a little.
No, now that you said that, I'm thinking about it, and I definitely hear it.
Yep,
100%. That's cool.
Yeah, it's super cool.
I freaking love it.
Yeah, dude, Game of Thrones is the way to go. I'm still on season 2.
All right, I think we might have to brawl. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Game of Thrones. What?
Dude, so it's been months. Rob's doing breathing exercises because he's about to crop across the fucking table.
Great show. You need
The anger sharks are swimming in my head.
Oh man,
Johnny, what did you think of the movie?
Of Star Wars?
Yeah, the new one.
I thought it was fantastic. I'm still on the edge whether it was the greatest Star Wars ever made.
No,
but it was definitely
not.
It was definitely not the greatest Star Wars
ever made. They built off Episode 7's storyline. And not only that, but the whole Star Wars universe, the whole theme behind it is like a balance between good and evil.
Yes.
And evil was starting to take over. And that's why I feel that the director saw the need to make the approach of that, oh, well, the Force is manifesting itself in some random people. And I don't know if you guys caught it at the end of the movie, but that little kid.
The broom?
Yeah,
I saw that.
The Force to pick up and it's spreading. And that's
pull it towards him.
It was crazy. I thought it was great. And that's all I have to say. Charlie, you're retarded.
I'm not saying it's bad. It's by no means a bad movie. It's a Star Wars movie. It's great. Like I said, it's a lot of fun. And if you like Star Wars, you'll enjoy it. I just think there was so much hype. To me, it didn't live up to that. It had disappointing moments.
It definitely lived up to the hype.
I don't think it did.
For me, for the second half of the movie,
hour you were up for,
because that's really all I can comment on is the second half.
Yeah,
it's aight. There's some cool moments. Like I was like, oh, Luke, even though I don't like him, does some badass stuff. Like, that was pretty cool. I cannot think of a worse movie experience in terms of the theater.
Oh my god!
Nothing makes me more angry than people who won't shut the hell up.
Stop fucking talking
during the freaking movie.
Not only that, but like, if you absolutely can't fucking resist the urge to talk, fucking whisper. You're capable of doing
Why are you talking out loud in the middle of the theater?
We don't fucking want to hear about your goddamn opinion. Shut the fuck up and watch.
We got sick of her little comments in the trailers. Like, remember, she was talking in the trailers.
Yeah,
every single trailer that would come up, she'd be like, "Oh, that looks interesting.
Oh, definitely go see that one.
Cool.
She's like, oh, that looks cool.
Yeah, like, dude, that's cool. Say it to your fucking self. Like, we're not your friends. I didn't fucking pay $10 to sit in the theater and be like, well, I fucking sure hope I meet an obnoxious fat bitch today.
Listen here, Marge.
No.
Like, nobody wants large Marge in the back.
Yeah.
Giving her comments on every event that happened. Like, Luke did that thing at the end where he was meditating on the hologram of himself or whatever. She goes, Luke still got it. And it's like,
yeah, fucking clearly.
Like, the most interesting part and the most touching part of the movie was near the very end. And it's Luke Skywalker. And spoiler alerts. Luke Skywalker manifests himself into the Force, right? And she says some dumb shit. And then like 10 seconds later, she's about to say something else. Like, she gets one word out and some random dude in the audience is like, shut up.
Shut up.
And
shut that down.
But like, it was ruining the atmosphere that I'm sure everyone in that theater was trying to see. And then you just got this fat bitch behind us.
Just not shut the fuck up. By the way, if you're going to fucking watch this and comment because we're saying she was a fat bitch, one of all, she was fucking fat. And you don't have to be a woman to be a bitch. So take your fucking comments and shove it.
I met a couple
negative criticism. Get fucked.
I met a serious male bitch this week. Can't talk about it.
Sure can't fucking talk about it.
But I met one.
We know.
I'll hint at it.
We can't talk about it.
You should talk about it, Rod. Talk about it.
No,
I really
can't.
Talk
about it.
No. There's certain things on the show, John,
we
can't. We can't touch. There's certain topics. There's lines we have to be careful
A
about.
couple 1, 2, 3 squares on this podcast today, though. A bunch of nerds in here.
Yeah, we
Nerding
are.
real
It's
hard.
real nerdy episode. Let's move on. Let's move
move on from Star Wars. I wanted to get into it.
Yeah, that's it. We touched it. No more. Here. No more Star Wars. We're moving on. Bigger, better,
talk about
pressing things.
As far as we wrote down a couple things we wanted to talk about. Things
we actually planned the show, believe it or not.
Current events that happened.
We planned last
just in the world.
Yeah.
Under my idea.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we like to, because I don't know about you guys, but like I don't act like I'm more well versed in current affairs than I really am. But a lot of times I just don't get around to reading things, or
I'm an economics major,
or looking things up. Yeah, I went to Yale. But it's like that's why I kind of like these little mini segments we do about current events.
Yeah.
Granted, it's things that you should already know by now, but if you don't, you can watch this and be like, oh, it's cool. Got a little bit of background, a little bit of knowledge about it. And then we all feel better about it, I guess, at the end of the day.
We, one that I picked up from, one of the ones I wanted to talk about that we picked up from our CO was that Kentucky.
The senator.
Yeah, the senator.
Yeah.
He killed himself after, because we talked about it last week, all the rape allegations and sexual assault things like going around.
Wait, is this someone different from Roy Moore?
No, this is Roy Moore.
Roy Moore killed himself?
No. Sorry.
No.
Roy Moore was the one who lost the election.
You're retarded. You don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry.
I'll fill you guys in.
I'm
the economics major here.
Well,
hey, Johnny, you shut the hell up.
We were talking about Roy Moore before. That's why I got confused.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roy Moore is a totally different thing.
No.
So, same umbrella
he's
of
a senator.
Talk right now.
Yes. He didn't kill himself, though. He just lost.
No, but the guy from Kentucky, I can't remember his name right now.
Lost like a bitch.
He killed himself.
Yes.
Because he was
also a pastor.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So he killed himself because he was accused of hitting on or
sexual assault.
He was accused of sexual assault with a 14-year-old girl.
17.
17?
17.
Oh, Roy Moore was the 14-year-old girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dan Johnson got accused of sexually assaulting a girl when she was 17. So he shot himself on a bridge, and then he fell into the water. And his body got washed up on a riverbank.
Bummer.
Hell of a way to go.
So I
don't know.
I've thought about this a lot, and with because there's a lot of this going around, right? People claiming other people have sexually abused them.
This is the second week in a row we've talked about it. So it's a big topic.
You really you can only think about it because how are we supposed to know? And that raises a good question in itself. Like, how are you supposed to know? Like,
if it's real or not?
Anybody can go out there and claim sexual abuse from 5, 10, 30 last night. Like,
I could do it right now.
How are you really supposed to know? And how do the police do it? Like, how do the police actually look at that and try to make a case for either they did it or they did not?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Unless we have video cameras everywhere. I did not. I did not hit her.
I didn't touch her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not.
I watched a video.
Another fucking lawsuit.
On that note, I watched a video about the Roy Moore thing, and it was some YouTube channel. I think it was Vice, maybe. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But they were talking to a bunch of conservative voters in Alabama, prior to the election.
Yeah.
Asking them about the whole situation with Roy Moore and the allegations. And they go, well, he's innocent until proven guilty, which is true.
Yes.
But the conductor of the video, the guy asking the questions, the interviewer, he's like, well, he's been accused by 7, 8, 9, however many women. They go, they're all getting paid. Like,
oh yeah,
that's what all the conservatives were saying.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, oh well, they're all those women are getting paid to accuse him, which I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't. But you can see you can see the confirmation bias on both sides and the cherry picking.
Yeah,
where like the interviewer who's like he's the left voice here in this particular thing. He's saying, oh well, where there's smoke, there's fire, which there's an argument to that.
Sure.
And then
it's a vape.
The far side, yeah. Sometimes it's Johnny blowing nose in the back seat.
Where's the vape at?
You vape? Wow.
Where's the beef?
But then you got the conservatives who are of the mindset like, oh, like, well, he's our guy, so innocent until proven guilty. But it's like if it was the other way around, if it was a Democrat who was accused, they would be like, oh, well, he's one of those other dirty child molesting perverts.
Yeah.
And then the Democrats would be like innocent until proven
guilty. With
guilty.
Al Franken of Minnesota, he got accused. He was on a USO trip because he used to be a comedian before he was a congressman, and he was on a USO trip performing for the troops somewhere in the Middle East, I would assume. and there's a picture of him. There's some reporter or somebody like passed out with her body armor on, and then you got Al Franken coming up and he puts his hands like 2 inches from her breasts, and then you see his face just smiling. It's a picture. It's solid. It's a still frame picture, but it's hilarious. And he resigned over it because the Democratic Party turned on him.
Yeah,
and like rightfully so. With something like that, that's solid proof. Where it's
Yeah.
like, you know, if you're a congressman and that comes out, I mean,
it's just not good.
at the same rate, he was a comedian, and you're like, maybe it was funny at the time, but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's such a delicate subject. There's no way you can really know.
Not only that, but one of the arguments I think you could pose is why now? So I get it, right? It all started with Harvey Weinstein or Steen, however you fucking want to say it. Weinstein, sure. I get it. It all started with him, and that was a big deal because it was a lot. It was a fuckload of
He had a whole
yeah,
system set up
Yeah.
with paperwork and lawyers
Yep.
and other people working for him
yeah. That was a big one.
get his
So,
dick sucked.
I get that, right? That is something where someone finally just was like, you know what?
Enough's enough.
Maybe it happened to it just happened to my best friend. That's it. I'm fucking saying something. And that's good. I think that one was one of those like, yep, something needs to be done. But why now? Like the one when we talked about last week, Dustin Hoffman, the woman who accused him said it happened like 30 fucking years ago. Now, I'm not saying that just because it's been that long and it makes it any more better. Like that person could still be fucking traumatized from that. I'm not an expert. I don't know anybody who's been sexually assaulted. I've never been sexually assaulted. I've never been sexually harassed, anything like that. So I can't fucking tell you for sure that, oh yeah, man, it's going to stick with you forever. But I also think it's like, man, you have had 30 years. You've had a 17th century full life to fucking cope with that shit. Like you should be golden, not, oh wait, everybody else is doing this. Let me fucking just ruin someone's entire life. That's the thing. Like your life is, I guarantee you.
I wouldn't agree with you on that.
You're not agreeing, or you?
I wouldn't agree with you.
Well, I've got.
Okay.
Let me pose and let me get my 2 cents. Like I'll play
Yeah,
devil's
absolutely.
advocate here. I'll play the
Sure.
play the opposite side here.
Yeah, get after it.
Well, so you want to make the statement like why now, and it's like like I hear what you're saying, but you also have to understand. Not you. I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying.
No, yeah.
It's like now that it's all happening at once, other people feel safe. It's like, like,
Yes,
they want to come forward
you have that
because
safety circle.
things happen. Things have been happening forever.
Yes.
This isn't a new thing.
It's nothing
just
new.
blowing up right now because it's a safe environment right now, and people are on board with supporting the victims, which is 100% a good thing.
I agree.
You just have to make sure it doesn't turn into a witch hunt
Yes.
where it goes the other way and people who are innocent
are forced to resign or quit their jobs.
and they get hit with like defamation of character.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a,
what I'm
it's a
saying.
slippery slope.
Yeah.
It goes both ways.
Absolutely.
It's case by case. You can't say, like, I have a friend who we were talking about politics one time when on leave, and she was like, "Oh, all men are trash." And I'm like, "You're wrong.
Yeah.
Not true.
All
You
men are
can't say that.
rapists. All men are misogynistic.
Yeah, general sweeping statements don't work like that. Like, it's not true."
Yeah. No, I get it, and I'm not saying.
I know.
Don't get me
I
wrong,
know
I'm
you're
not.
not.
I'm
I
not
don't get
taking it away from the people who are coming out about it.
Yeah.
I don't get it at all.
I'm not saying that they shouldn't come out, but I think like what John was saying. How do you know? I think it needs to be like you need to be super like just damaged about that, because if you saturate that situation, it's going to take away from someone who was probably someone who was really fucked up,
Yeah.
and then you just some guy fucking touched your butt as he passed you in a crowded hallway.
Because people want to play the victim.
Yeah,
They
and you're just
want
like,
it.
oh my god, like I'm so fucking damaged. And then there was some guy who
Can I have your name?
who got fucking raped to get a fucking movie part, and it's like, yeah, dude, that guy's probably struggling. And then since you had to fucking come out and be like everybody else because someone looked at you the wrong way when you
Because
walked
you
by.
wanted attention too.
Yeah, and then now you're taking away from that guy or girl, whatever, who was seriously affected by that. That's where I get a problem with it. Right?
Mhm.
Where I think if you're taking away from someone who is really affected, that's shitty.
Last point. And then
Go ahead,
move
Johnny.
on.
Yeah, whatever you got, John.
I get it that something like this might be traumatizing and you don't want to speak about it. But at the same time, if you don't speak about it when it happens, it's so hard to prove later on. Like with all
Yeah.
the things that are
Especially 30
happening now.
years later.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
why 30 years later? Why did you have other people? Maybe, I don't know. I feel like if you don't, and people will disagree with me on this, if you don't report it as soon as it happens, you can't do anything to that other person later on because there's no way to prove it. And if there's no way to prove it, how are you supposed to,
I mean,
and preventing all miss out,
Yeah.
like, all that, you just can't You can't do it. And there should be a law for that. It's like if something happens and you don't report it, the other person shouldn't be charged for it. And I get it. It's traumatizing and there's a very controversial opinion there. But how else are you supposed to prove what's real and what's not real?
It's shitty though, because I mean, if you think about it, like sometimes people are in positions to where it's like, if they report it, it can come down poorly on them. You know what I mean? Like it's hard. It's a case by case thing. You know what I mean? It's every individual thing.
It's tough, man. It's a tough situation, but yeah, it's freaking serious, man.
I thought it. So this is somewhat of a segue. This just came to me now.
Okay.
You know, we're talking about people wanting to be the victim and like they want to be outraged about stuff. And there's this like social justice warrior, like outrage culture that's like such a big thing, especially on social media and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I just started reading this book called Tribe.
Yeah, Sebastian Junger.
Yeah, and there's a quote from it that I really liked, and it applies to women too. But it was the particular quote was talking about men.
Okay,
but it goes both ways, and it kind of hits on this like victim role that people like to play.
Yeah,
and the quote said something. It was like, "How can Jesus Christ, Johnny? Are you freaking kidding me? Of all the choices you could make right now, that's the one you chose to make."
Really dumb one.
I'm sorry.
Your choice.
There's
literally a plug over there.
That one didn't work.
Just walk around. People can see you. It's okay.
There's cords over there.
There's no.
And now you're gonna do it again.
Are you fucking?
Oh my
asshole.
god.
You suck so much. You could have ruined the whole show just now.
You're fired.
That's it.
And you're rehired.
I'm not
You're off.
because we need you.
You're off the fucking team.
But no, the
Continue.
quote. The
Yeah,
quote was
talk
something
about-
along
talk
the
about the
lines. The quote was something along the lines of like, "How can you be a man in a society that requires no courage?"
Yeah, be a man.
And so it goes not necessarily just for men. Like you can apply it to women too.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's basically hitting on the point that we live in such a soft world compared to 100 years ago.
Not even. Take it less than that.
Yeah.
The last fucking.
There's no.
Yeah.
People have no day-to-day challenge. And so they create drama for themselves because for thousands of years, humans were biologically, what do you call it? Ingrained with struggle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So constantly we were, having to freaking build a fire to survive and fight off jaguars from a cave. Otherwise, our kids were going to get eaten. You know what I mean? And now we live in this cushy world where we do a podcast and talk about the olden times when they were actually hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's instinct.
Yeah.
Survival instinct.
Yeah.
And so that kind of is one of the things I think like this whole outrage culture and like people wanting to be like, and look at me, I think this is wrong and you're an asshole and I'm a good person because you're an asshole. Like this whole, look at me, I'm outraged.
I think the
thing
funniest
comes
thing
from
about that is there's one like 30-second video on YouTube and there's a girl who's, protesting that Donald Trump got elected, right?
Okay.
And she's like, we hate Trump and we want to make a change. And the reporter just asks her one question and it's like, well, how do you want to do that? And then she just has this blank stare, just like, and just
there's so many of those videos.
Yeah. Well, but that's the thing. It's not even just about that, right? It is, and I'm talking about, like Trump for your example. Cause that was, and we're not going to fucking touch the election. Cause this shit happened a fucking year ago. Everyone fucking knows we were all there, but there was the riots and the outrage. Like, so when Trump took his fucking oath, we were in Iraq, right? We watched his inauguration from Iraq. So
I didn't.
We did in our tent. But anyways,
I was too busy killing the enemy.
No, you fucking weren't. You were fucking
too busy paying $400 for ISIS flags from Iraqis that spray painted them 10 minutes prior.
Fucking in country.
It was still wet. Could smell the spray paint.
You weren't
aerosol.
there.
I was not there.
Yeah.
I've never deployed.
Hey, Johnny, thank you for your service.
Yeah, fucking war hero. But anyways,
much appreciated.
So, but there was all the riots, like real fucking riots and protests and people marching and all of this. And yeah, it's fucking stupid. But on the other hand, like it is your freedom of speech, right?
Oh yeah.
And it's just like this fucking podcast. Like, dude, there's countries where you couldn't do this, where you can't, live stream.
I was just trying to make the point that, you can be outraged at something, but if you don't have like the idea or the thought or take the action to make a change and
Yeah.
do something, like what's the point of protesting it if you're just going to say
You just you're just
you gotta
at that
have
point you're just
some
part of the
kind of
blind
reason
mass.
for it and take action and do something.
There's also a big
Work
difference.
harder.
There's a big difference between looking for a fight and going to a fight. Do you see what I'm saying?
No, absolutely.
These people are walking around looking for a fight and creating a fight.
Yeah.
Versus actually stepping in when something's wrong.
Yeah, people want to talk the talk, but they don't want to walk the walk.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it comes down
People
to.
are I feel like guys especially are praying for an opportunity to help somebody or like prove themselves in some way. And some people take it real far and get real stupid with it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I do. And I just think it's, I think it's unnecessary. I think a lot of that, I think it's a waste of potential. I think it's a waste. I think it's a waste of time. I think it's a waste of energy.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's with a lot of things. I think this is going back. And granted, I'm not sitting here trying to tell you that I'm some fucking holier than thou, go-getter, breadwinner, fucking goddamn, just Superman.
A real badass.
fucking badass. But
we're not saints.
yeah, but what? So but one thing, right? This happened a couple days ago. I was at a gas station, and I'm just standing there. I'm filling up, and I hear some man, call me. He's like, hey man, or something like that. And I turn around.
I don't know why that was so funny.
I turn around, right, and I'm just minding my own business, and there's this guy holding his kid, just like standing on a fence. He's just kind of leaning up against it, hanging out, and he's like, hey man, you think you could help a family in need? I was like, no, I fucking can't. Granted, I wasn't that rude about it. I do believe in manners at most times. I like to think I'm a gentleman. So I was like, nah, man, sorry, I don't have any money on me. And in my mind, though, and this isn't just a one-time thing. I think this every single time, right? That man who has a kid, right? I might even be his fucking kid, but he has, let's say it is, right? You need to provide. You need to provide for your own to keep your family alive. What are you doing for it? You're standing at a gas station looking for a fucking handout.
Yeah.
Dude, no one is going to fucking give you that shit. No one's going to give you anything in this fucking life at all. It's not going to fucking happen. You know what fucking I saw later? I drove away. I went to get some fucking food. Now hiring sign in the fucking window. The guy could go and get a fucking job fucking serving my fucking food or anyone's food. Doesn't matter. I'm not trying to sound like I'm high and mighty, like serve my fries. No, you'd be serving your fucking family a paycheck. But instead, you're fucking lazy and you're going to stand on the side of the street at a gas station and ask for a fucking handout.
And I agree with you. And I hear you. I'm not disputing you at all.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's extenuating circumstances where.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's always, with anything.
Hey, maybe that guy had like a criminal record or something. And maybe he can't get that job flipping burgers.
Absolutely.
Who knows?
And there are absolutely extenuating, schmenuating. And there's another fucking reference we're going to get sued for. No, there's always circumstances with anything. There's always but what if?
Yeah.
But what if that guy is a mass murderer and fucking he's not good enough to deep fry French fries at McDonald's? Trademark.
What if he's just a lazy bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Work harder.
That's the thing.
Work
9 times
harder.
out of 10, I think it is the latter. I don't think that they have some situation or some background that keeps them from getting a job. I think 9 times out of 10, they're fucking lazy. They want to live on fucking welfare and unemployment and look for fucking handouts. And I can fucking say that because more than half my family does that. They're fucking pieces of shit who fucking, granted, I don't know who they are. My old man told me this. He was like, I don't know how it came up. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, some of our family is like up in the mountains, like hillbillies. He's like, they're fucking fat, lazy fucks. They don't do shit. They just collect unemployment. And I'm like, yeah, I fucking pay their unemployment. Like, it's fucking bullshit.
I don't know.
Fucking go work, man.
I don't know about you, but when I see people just like being super lazy, it almost motivates me more than when I see people just like killing it, like really getting after it.
I hate it. It's like when you and I go to the gym and there's a lot of people there, that pisses me off. Why the fuck are you people out there bettering yourselves? Go be fat.
It's
somewhere
Sunday.
else.
Get out of the gym.
Let's not talk about that Sunday.
That was the worst workout ever.
That was the worst fucking gym experience of my life.
It was up
Shouts
there,
out
sir.
to Andrew Michael saying down with the patriarchy.
Hey, thanks for the comment, man.
Hi, Brett.
Hey, by the way, I don't know if we've said this in other episodes. If you guys comment on Facebook, we will, obviously John answers it, but we
Monitoring
will talk about
24/7.
whatever you want. If you send us a topic that you really want us to talk about, hear our opinion,
Or if you
anything
just want
like
to
that.
chime in with an opinion.
Yeah,
if you
or if
have
you
a
just
thought on
want to,
something,
anything.
let us know.
Feel fucking free. It's absolutely an open forum. Say whatever you want. Like I said, topics, opinions, anything. Shoot it out there, and we will respond on the show, like live as we're doing it. So feel free to fucking put it out there. Just don't be afraid to get it bit off.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Yeah. So, but anyways, that's all I'm getting at. I just think I think there's just a lot of wasted.
You gotta
work harder.
There's just a lot of
You gotta work. You gotta get after it.
You gotta earn.
We're off
dude.
to the witch. Hail to the king. Get on it. Get after it. Pitter patter. Let's go.
Dude, the money's fucking out there. You pick it up, it's yours. You don't. I got no fucking sympathy for you.
Yeah.
That's for you, sir.
Just because someone has a large slice of the pie doesn't mean you can't have a large slice of the pie.
Yeah. There's
You got-
plenty,
Pie is infinite.
there's plenty of fucking
infinite
pie to go around.
There's always going to be somebody who's got, a better car than you, a better house than you, more money. You know what I mean? Like you're
Always.
never. You just got to love
You
what
will
you
never
have.
be the best.
That's the
at
thing,
anything.
and that's one of the things. Like when I was doing the monologue I touched on.
You're such a dork.
I know, but it was really good points when I was thinking about it. It is. There's always going to be that. There's always going to be something and someone better, and there's always going to be someone who's negative, who's
Mhm.
saying, you fucking can't. You can't fucking. You can't afford that, or you can't do this. You're not strong enough, fast enough. Fucking, you're not wealthy enough. It's bullshit. Like
Yeah.
it's absolutely. If you put in the fucking work, you can make it fucking happen. You know.
You can. There's nothing wrong with striving for more, but you also have to love what you have.
Yeah.
Like
Be happy with it, dude.
jealousy and resentment is the enemy of happiness. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
Like if you're just constantly focusing on what other people have and what other people want, you're never going to be satisfied. You're never
Yeah.
going to be happy. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing. It's like people focus on other people's opinions too much. Their fucking opinion doesn't
Who
mean
gives a
shit, dude. It was like what we said before the show, man. There's only two things anybody will ever give you in this life: shit and their opinion.
Yeah.
Neither of them fucking matter.
No, it doesn't.
And that's the thing. That's all it is. Get the fuck after it.
There's
dude.
only two guarantees in life: death,
And taxes.
taxes. All you're ever just remember that.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Death and taxes.
life
man.
is all about laughing and coming as much as possible.
Oh,
That's the secret.
like when I'm at the gym, I'm coming. And
I'm
when
at
I
the
go home, with my
gym.
girlfriend, I'm coming. And
the best.
when I'm preparing for a show, I'm getting a pump. I'm always coming. My life is
Charlie,
great.
let's get serious.
Come on, get
Let's get the
serious.
pump.
Oh, they used to fire me.
I'm
the
going to
fuck
pump you up.
I watched Pumping Iron so many times while we were over there.
You just watch Pump Iron and do push-ups in your 2-bedroom apartment that you live in by
Dragon
yourself.
Sonier for joining us.
Who did?
Sonier.
Hey, Dragon, thanks, man. Thanks for joining us.
We're running out of things to talk about.
The
know,
dragon.
We're not. We have plenty of things to talk about. You were telling me a little bit earlier today about what was it? Norway, the country.
Norway.
Yeah.
Shout out to Norway. All those Vikings up there.
Wait,
just
what's,
gonna
yeah.
be,
what's going on in
Fucking-
Norway?
It's pretty
No.
wild, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
tell them about
Well,
it.
okay,
It's
so
pretty
they
crazy.
didn't. I don't know exactly what their legal stance is on like marijuana and stuff like that, but they're decriminalizing drugs,
Yeah,
like hard drugs, like heroin, cocaine, things like that.
hell of a drug.
And I'm like, shout out to the Vikings for
Yeah,
getting it together.
yeah. They're saying fuck your laws. I'm gonna do.
They're,
something.
They figured it out.
They really did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good for them, man.
The Kings in the North.
Dude, the
No,
real-
but
the
they're
true
gonna
kings
instead
the
of
North.
spending their country's money on housing criminals who have drug offenses, like are heroin addicts or what have you, whatever the situation might be,
Uh-huh.
and putting them in like these prison systems, they're instead going to take that money and use it for like medical care and rehab and stuff like that.
Okay.
And these are the article that I read. Granted, take it with a grain of salt because I only read like 3/4 of the article before I get bored.
Yeah.
But it was something along the lines of non-criminal offenses. Like you're not just going to get arrested and given 25 years in prison for shooting up.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if you were a junkie who breaks into a house and like and
Murders
robs somebody or
Yeah.
murders somebody, then that's different.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause at that point it's.
then you
Okay.
committed a crime.
But it's not like here in America where if you were just coming back from the party and you got maybe a kilo of cocaine in your trunk, you're gonna go to fucking
Yeah.
jail forever.
You got a little booger sugar in your pocket,
Yeah,
just trying to have a good time.
Got a couple fucking.
Maybe
nose
trying to
beers.
PR at the gym,
Yeah, dude.
right before you go
Little fucking-
deadlift.
dude.
Who
Little
knows?
fucking ride the tiger juice up
Yeah.
your nose. Yeah,
Little just getting after it.
yeah, man.
Yeah, but you're not gonna.
fucking ski the Alps.
But they're gonna start taking care of people versus locking them up for non-violent criminal offenses with hard drugs.
It's pretty.
And
Wild.
I'm pretty happy about it.
I think we should.
I would. That's
Go
one of
to
those
Norway.
things that. That's one of those things that is like in a perfect world sort of scenario.
Yeah.
I don't really know
Excuse me.
like exactly the best way to do it. And I'm sure there's an argument for the other way.
Sure.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
one way is right or the other. I'm just saying like, wouldn't it be awesome if, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in a perfect world, wouldn't it be great if when people just had a problem, they could get help instead of, you know what I mean?
getting
Like,
punished.
despite, I'm saying, without criminal offenses.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. If there's criminal activity behind it, then yeah, you should still get fucked up.
Yeah.
But if you were just like fucking hanging out, dude, and you got some fucking, you know, a little fucking wacky tobacco,
Yeah.
dude, you shouldn't become a fucking felon for that.
America's drug laws are freaking ridiculous.
Yeah.
There is no way that psilocybin mushrooms and marijuana should be Schedule 1 along with cocaine and heroin. That makes zero sense.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, you can buy alcohol in the store.
Yeah, but I can smoke cigarettes, eat fast food, and just down vodka until my heart explodes. Literally.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, you
Yeah.
kill yourself.
You can buy as much Coke as you want. Coca-Cola, that is.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Original recipe, ladies and gentlemen.
You can but the reason that like pharmaceutical companies don't want like psilocybin mushrooms used for medical purposes and legalized is because you can't patent mushrooms. They grow in cow turds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't patent that and there's no money to be made off of it.
You
There's more money to be made off of things like Ritalin, Adderall, Vyvanse, things like that. All these like provenly harmful
Yes.
over-the-counter prescription drugs than there are things that studies show. Granted, I'll fully admit this is a little bit of confirmation bias and cherry picking because I'm arguing my side. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying this way is 100% right, but there are certain studies that show like psilocybin mushrooms have zero negative effects long term, and they can help reduce anxiety, stress, PTSD, and like in veterans and police officers, and all these positive things. But it's hard for scientists to even study because of these legal restrictions because they're a Schedule 1 drug.
Yeah.
It's bullshit, Charlie.
In
Yeah, there's
1986, the
one
Schedule
man-
1 won them.
There's
No
one
shit.
man out
You
there.
can't even buy them anymore.
There's one man out there lucky enough to get his weed, like, provided by the federal government.
Who's that?
I was watching a Vice documentary.
There's more than one.
I was watching a Vice documentary on it. I think it was maybe it could have been more people, but it was like one dude they were covering, and he gets like a tin in the mail like every month, and it's got like 30 some joints in it, and he's given it from the federal government
yeah.
for some kind of long-term study. But that's like the only one there is.
Can you imagine if the Army let us smoke weed? I'd do 30 years.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah,
I'd never get out.
Yeah.
easily.
Little weed
As long
pre
as I
and
can
post
smoke weed,
PT.
I
That's the thing, though, man. Like, I don't understand the fucking attitude towards marijuana. You know, to me, it doesn't make fucking sense. Like, how many times have you heard of someone getting fucking high as fuck and then getting in their car and plowing into a fucking group of people on the side of the road? I can't tell you one fucking time. How many times has someone done that because they're fucked up on goddamn Rumplements?
Yeah.
Like,
How many? What's the worst is like the really super conservative, older, out of touch people who are like, you're smoking that devil's lettuce and you're going to break into people's houses and commit violent crimes and everybody's coming for you and marijuana's the devil.
no, it's not.
It's not how that works.
That's not how it works at all.
No.
Dude, everybody just wants to fucking get stoned, order shitty pizza, and watch Friends till you pass out.
You're not hard. You're not.
You're
I
not
think you
hurting
should be able to
anybody.
do whatever you want as long as you're not hurting anybody else or yourself.
And then as soon as
You
you,
know what
hurt
I mean?
somebody, you just get publicly executed.
Yeah.
That's
Sure.
you have one warning.
You know what? Everybody in jail.
Yep. That's it.
Execute 'em.
Everyone. That's
America.
it. Done.
You're criminal.
They
Deserve
should,
it.
They should be forced to
Martial law.
write
Got-
a 1 hour long speech in front of the entire population.
Yeah.
Like social embarrassment is
I-
way stronger.
There's just
than isolation.
constant speeches going on 24/7, 365.
Just being embarrassed. Like think about it. If you've been embarrassed in front of a bunch of people, that has a way stronger effect on you than if you're just punished and everyone forgot about it.
I'm
you know?
embarrassed every time I go in front of anybody.
Hey, did we talk about that kid who blew up on social media, the bullying kid
No, I don't.
last week?
I
Or
don't
was
even-
that
I don't even know who this is.
You know what I'm talking?
No.
Johnny, do you know who I'm talking about? The kid that his mom posted the video of him and he's like, why do they bully me? He's like,
And then someone photoshopped his face on some Air Force dudes.
Yeah, I saw
Why do
that.
all the branches make fun of me? And his face is just like.
yeah.
Actually, I can pull.
The
this
kid's
picture for you.
basically the gist of the story is the kid's getting bullied at school and he makes and his mom like films him like crying about like his situation, like getting bullied. Like your heart breaks for the kid.
Yeah.
And so the whole world feels bad for this kid. Then it turns out his mom, like, I guess somewhere in the car had a Confederate flag. Then all the social justice warriors go bad on the mom and how he's a piece of shit because she's a racist. And it's like, I thought we were just like feeling bad for another human being. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the Photoshop.
Okay. So you guys,
can they see it on the video? Or
no.
Sadly, we haven't come that far.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it. But just so you guys understand that what John's showing us, it's an actual picture from inside a cockpit, and there's a man wearing a U.S. Air Force uniform. He just put the link up there, so you guys can go check it out on Facebook. But then it's got the kid's face photoshopped on it. And then if you don't really understand the joke of why it's Air Force and other branches, the Air Forces, they get picked on a lot by everybody else. That's just kind of the way it is.
Shout out to Britt.
Hi, Britt.
Hi, Britt.
Speaking of other branches, I got to be around some devil dogs.
Couple crayon eaters.
Dude, fucking. I don't know if we can say that.
I have two of my brothers-in-law are Marines. One of them already commented on the post.
Yeah.
Will Duncan, thank you for your service. Crayons for Christmas.
Dude,
gotcha.
We were saying it in the classroom. So there's
Stay frosty, devil dog.
There's 10 of us, right, at this
Super
class.
Phyllis.
So there's 10 of us, and there's
Tell them why you're at the class.
Who?
The audience.
No, I don't know if that's.
Okay.
It's not important, and I don't know if that's something I'm allowed to talk about. So, but anyway, so there's 10 of us from the Army, and then there's just a bunch of Marines in this fucking class, and we don't like each other. We never have. That's kind of that old.
Are you kidding me? I love Marines.
There's that old rivalry. I don't understand it, but it's just what everyone's always told me. They're like, yeah, man, Airborne and Marines, they don't like each other. And I'm like, okay, Roger, I'm scared. But
I always love the special needs kids in school.
yeah, dude, we would like loud. We'd be in the classroom. We'd just be like, yeah, it smells like fucking Crayola in here. Shit, like, dude, just doing shit like that, man. But like sending pictures to each other back and forth of like bottles of Elmer's glue and shit like that, man. No, dude, it was funny that we were.
Is that wax?
When we were leaving, there was just one guy walking around. I like put my head out the window. I was like, "Hoorah, devil dog!" Like just fucking with him. But he like responded back. Like he was super motivated. He's like, "Hope." And I'm like, "Wow, all right."
He's dead serious.
I'm
too.
like, God, dude, you
honestly
you
like
I was getting after it.
I kind of admire the brainwashing a little bit.
Oh,
in a way, I wish the Army was a little bit more like that. We'd probably hate our jobs a little bit less.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
I was surprised though. So like, if you were to fill out something for the Army, right, tomorrow, someone's like, "Hey man, fucking fill out your name and your unit." You know what to put for your unit, like from the highest level, from the division down.
Yeah.
You know how to fill it out. Apparently, Marines don't know how to do that because when they gave us our cards to fill out,
They don't know how to read.
they were like, "All right, hey, so for this part, you're going to put whatever your main command is." And we're like, "Okay, for us, that's the 82nd. You know, whatever. Yeah, cool." But the guy was like, "So me, I am in this fucking." I don't know, whatever he said, this guy. So
I'm a rifleman.
So whatever you guys are. And I'm sitting here, I'm like going like, these guys don't even know what fucking unit they're in.
Yeah, you're in that. Yeah, that's hold on one second.
Yeah.
What unit are you in? Semper Fi! Do or die!
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty, devil dog. Hoorah!
Leadership will look good on us for that.
All right.
No, I freaking love Marines. I'm not trash talking.
Yeah.
I
I
am,
was
but
gonna
like,
say, all kidding aside, man, dude, if you're in the Marines and you're watching this, fucking awesome, dude. Good
My
for
only
you.
story about the Marines is this, and it's really quick. When we were shutting down Wyvern in Iraq, the Marines were replacing us. So there's like a whole Marine whatever there. And one day, it was like our last day we were there, they took over the defect. So we had set up the whole defect, right? So we go in there on our last day there, and this lady, she like wasn't a Marine. I think she was like a worker, but she looked at us and she's like, "You can't eat here." And we're all like, "What
The fuck we can't.
Wait, well, yeah, like," and so that's what I was responsible.
We only serve
we can't eat here,
crayons.
and they're like, "No, you have to pay us $250 a month to eat at our defect."
Did
And
you
we're like-
tell them that our 3rd platoon built
Yeah,
that
I was
fucking
like-
camp?
We built this place. We didn't tell them that, but we built this
city. I know.
And
But
We
eventually,
built this
it just got to the
defect.
point. It got to the point to where we just had to serve ourselves. Like,
we built this
they would not
TA
serve
on
us.
blood and sweat.
They would not serve us. So we had to serve ourselves.
That's
You gotta
fucking
pay us
horseshit.
money to eat here.
I'll be honest
And
with
we
you.
serve them. We serve them, no problem.
That
We
was
didn't care.
the. Never mind. I'm not even. Gonna
This
touch that one.
defect smells like garbage, water, and frankly, shit.
Dude, talking about Trump, you just reminded me of New York. Just another quick little topic.
Better make it quick. We only got about 45 seconds.
Hey, there's no time limits, Johnny.
Yeah, shut the
it doesn't
fuck
matter.
We're gonna take your mic away if you keep
Su
fucking
sponte, do
interrupting.
what we want.
Yeah, shut the
Semper
fuck
Fi,
up.
die.
No, dude, the attack in New York though,
Yeah,
it doesn't fucking end.
kid's
Like,
a dumbass.
what the fuck is up with the world? Like, not even the world, America right now. It's like I feel like there's just people sitting around just going like, all right, I'm gonna go kill some people. And they just like, what the fuck, dude? Granted, the guy was a dumb shit. He made a really makeshift fucking pipe bomb. Fucking,
It prematurely exploded.
yeah. But it once.
That's funny.
I
think that's hilarious.
I don't know if I would call it a good thing. But one of the articles that I was reading about the attack was, it was a lot of like the really high up, like people in the police force in New York. And they were just saying, they're like, yeah, like the attack kind of like really opened our eyes to like how vulnerable our subway system,
Yeah.
like it really is. So I'm not saying it's a good thing that the guy did what he did, but it was one of those things where maybe they were not thinking about the subway as much or something like that. And then it's really like kind of opened their eyes like, yo, this could have been so much fucking worse.
Well, like think about, so I've driven to New York before, like just in my car from Tennessee, for instance.
okay.
And I wasn't checked at any point. I parked in New Jersey and then Ubered across into Times Square.
Yeah.
Nobody ever patted me down for anything, or like I could have had a S-vest on me or a pistol or something.
I mean, like, do you want to live in a world where if you go to a big city, everyone has to be like searched?
No, I'm not saying
not
that.
at
I'm just
all.
saying
Yeah.
like in theory, I've, walked in. I'm not saying that at all. I don't want that.
Yeah.
But just like, you ever think about it? Like you're in like a huge crowd of people and you're like, man, anybody
at
could
any
just
point.
be packing right now
Yeah.
or have a bomb or something.
You don't know. That's the thing. That's
You're talking about the random.
but that is a new thing. If you go back to anywhere, you go back to I think from 2000 on, it's been fucked, right? If you go way before that, you never had to worry about that. If you were in 1950s Times Square, in the biggest crowd the city's ever fucking seen, you would never for 1 second have the thought of somebody might be wearing a vest. Like,
Well,
ever.
I think the difference is not only technology has come a long way, but I can't say I'm speaking off of 100% knowledge that I know this as a fact, but I would assume back in the 50s it wasn't as big a crime as it is nowadays to have a weapon. Everyone
No.
having a weapon.
Yeah. No,
Being able to
I'm not
defend
arguing
yourself.
that. I'm saying if right now we were to go to a music festival, right?
Yeah.
A big fucking, big festival. If you have a shred of fucking intelligence in your brain, there should be some part of you that just goes, at some point, somebody could possibly start shooting this fucking place up or set off a bomb. What I'm saying to going back in the time scale is if you were at a fucking music festival in the 1950s, right? Or the 1960s, Woodstock, right? If you were at Woodstock, you would not have to worry about, dude, some guy might get on stage and start fucking shooting everybody.
Well, think about
I'm
it.
sure it's happening.
In like the UFC, they call it a copycat league. Like
Okay.
one guy, like Anderson Silva knocked out Vitor Belfort with a front kick to the face. Prior to that, nobody had ever seen a front kick to the face knockout.
Uh-huh.
After that, front kick to the face knockouts are blowing up. It's the same thing with like terror attacks, for instance. Like you're saying, we never saw them before,
Yeah.
but then we
It's
saw them.
media
Then we saw
coverage.
them, and they're blowing up all over the media, like you're
Yeah.
saying. And then other people, crazy people, mentally unstable people, are seeing that, and they're like,
Mhm.
"Oh, that looks appealing." Like
Yeah.
they've seen it, and monkey see, monkey do. Literally,
Absolutely. Oh, I fully agree with you.
yeah.
No, and that is media.
Because people just might not have had the idea before.
Yeah, no, and I fully agree with that. Media has absolutely changed the way that I think we perceive situations like that. The way that they come across to everybody else. I think that is absolutely like, yeah, you can go right now and look up fucking just horrible things on the internet. Like, I mean, people dying and things. You can go watch bad shit, and that could, like one of the examples that we got at the class was this guy fucking beat some dude to death just because he wanted to know what it felt like to kill somebody. And it was like,
I feel like that every day of my life.
it's like you can go watch videos of that. You can watch people fucking die.
Yeah, you ever seen like 4 guys, 1 hammer or something
no,
like
I
that?
refuse.
It's a bunch of dudes just beating a homeless man with a hammer.
I know what it
That's
is. I refuse to watch it. There's shit in this fucking world you can't unsee.
I saw that my sophomore year of high school at lunch on my buddy's phone.
Nope.
Yeah, that was great, wasn't it?
There is shit you cannot unsee.
Access to
Building
everything.
off what you're saying, Charlie, I totally agree with you. It's like, but I think Dave Chappelle said it best, where he was talking about Martin Lawrence or some shit, and he just said, maybe the environment that these people are working in is a little toxic. And you got to think back to like the 1950s, 40s. Prior to now, people's environments, I would say, were not as toxic or as stressful as they are nowadays.
I agree.
It's really, it all goes back to a mental health crisis.
Yeah.
People can't find help when they need it.
It's also kind of piggybacking on what you're saying, going back to what we were talking about, how comfortable our lives have gotten.
Yeah.
And how maybe not in like the social justice warrior way, but people create their own drama. Like to a mentally unstable person, like someone who's on that level already, maybe they aren't getting that conflict in their life. Maybe they don't go to a jiu-jitsu class and like get all that like
That
aggression and that
yeah.
and that just pent up like
They don't go to the gun range. They don't.
Yeah, they
don't
don't
go for. A
they
run.
never they never
Yeah.
exercise. They never get it out. You know what I mean? Like they never.
It just
they
builds.
never
And builds.
confront. It just builds up.
Yeah.
The from Anger Management, that the quote, he's like,
Trademark.
explosive and implosive angry person. Explosive is the person you see screaming at the cashier for not taking their coupon. Implosive is the cashier who waits by quietly day after day and then finally shoots everybody in the store. Adam Sandler's like, no, I'm the guy in the frozen food section dialing 911, I swear.
I think I don't know which one I would be, but I know that like I snapped at the guy at the gym because there's people working out. You were a couple
Which
days
guy?
ago. The guy who like scans the cards. I walked in. The first thing I was like, "Why are there so many fucking people?"
Oh
here?
yeah, that
And
guy.
he was like, "Yo, you need to calm down,
Dial
man."
it back.
Yeah, he's like, "You just got here," and I'm like, "This is bullshit. Like, why are they here?"
I get so mad when
He's
when
like-
the gym is full.
He's like, "It's a half day schedule." I'm like, "That's bullshit." I'm like,
Even though we were
back,
getting cut for a half day.
these guys need to go back to work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was super quiet, and then I walk in. I'm like, "Nope, that's it." I fucking blew up.
And then we got the fuck after it.
Yeah, and then it got fucking ruined.
No,
Although it wasn't too bad.
that was
we
the
got
day we were at Ritz. That was a good workout.
Yeah, no, it was good. Even
Yeah.
though we had to go back to work, it still wasn't.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't terrible. Good workout, all in all.
What's up, Johnny?
What do you got?
Yep.
Swag.
I don't know about
Roasted.
y'all, but I think it's about time to wrap this bitch up.
I was
All right.
just about to say,
This
how much longer do we
show went
wanna
by
go?
fast. It
really
was
did.
a lot of
We're having more fun.
This is a
We're getting
dark
more in the
podcast.
groove.
yeah, really.
It was a lot of dark subject matter, but
dark
like
subject.
we didn't go
I
dark
think we
on
kept
it.
it light, and I think we started. we were up and going. The
Yeah.
last episode, a lot of people are like, "You guys kind of took a little bit to get going." I think this one we were like, right away.
Yeah.
'Cause I had to fire you the fuck up because you were
Oh man, I was
running. on empty.
hurting at the beginning.
Yeah, man.
Just
So,
need-
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a blast.
running
yeah,
on
we love
caffeine
you
and
all.
hatred.
You guys want to say anything?
like, comment, subscribe, all of that fucking good shit, all the support you guys give us.
Hey,
helps
like,
us
comment,
out.
subscribe, drink Death Wish coffee. You can't spell freedom without read. Rob and Charlie podcast. Check this shit out.
Figure it
We're
the
gonna
fuck
keep
out,
them coming.
stupid.
Figure it out.